Hey Geek fans, Steve Heumann here, and it is a special day for all of us. You see, today is Superman's birthday. Now you may ask, how can Superman have a birthday? He's a fictional character. Well, let me educate you. Action Comics #1, April 18th, 1938. If you're doing your math, 80 years from today. Now, this is not a real copy of Action Comics #1, being as how Action Comics #1 is worth an estimated $4 million. Now, this is a reprint from 1988. Itself, 30 years old. Pretty cool. Now, today, 80 years to the day from the publication date of Action Comics #1, DC Comics released this. Action Comics #1000. #1000! So yes, 1,000 issues. No other comic has reached this milestone. Detective Comics is close. It's going to hit it like in the next 18 months to 2 years. But for right now, this is the only comic book ever to reach 1,000 issues. And that is super exciting, especially for a Superman fan like me. In order to understand my excitement, you have to understand my relationship with Superman, okay? I started collecting comics in 1988 with this issue right here. This is the actual first comic book I ever bought, Adventures of Superman #444. I'd been drawing comics myself. I was 10 years old at the time, and I'd just been kind of trying to figure out how to do the panels and stuff like that. And my brother, who was older than me at the time, my brother David, he actually took me to the comic book store and purchased this for me. My first ever comic book store, and it wasn't even a comic book store. It was just a newsstand. We went out to a newsstand in California where I lived. We picked this bad boy up. And so this was my first comic book, and it was a kind of a weird storyline. He was traveling like different pocket universes and stuff. I had no idea. I was totally lost when I picked up this issue. I was expecting it to be like the movie or something, but that was the beginning of my love affair with comic books and with Superman. To this day, I collect comic books, and I have like 15 long boxes, like this long, and they're in my basement, and they each hold like 350 comics. I'm serious. It's crazy. I've spent, I don't even want to think how much money I've spent on comics. It's a lot. My love with Superman is legendary. And so that's why this is so special. Having 1,000 issues of Action Comics, that's a big deal all by itself. Anyway, this comic book has so much cool stuff in it. It's basically a who's who of Superman creators for the past 80 years. Curt Swan, that's Curt Swan's artwork right there. That dude's been dead for a really long time. So what is the point of all of this? I'm inviting you to go to your local comic book store and pick up Action Comics #1000. Now, it is a little bit more expensive than your average comic book. It's $7.99, but it's got like the really nice binding right here, which is awesome. And it just has so many amazing stories and different creators, and just, this is a little piece of history. You need to go and pick it up. If you were to pick this up today, you would be reminded why these characters matter. Now, we're all geeks. We understand how fictional characters can influence our worldview and can change the way that we live and how we think and all of that stuff. The way that they can make us better people and they can inspire us. And that's what's so special about this, is that you can return to that time in your childhood when you believed in superheroes, when you wanted to fly, when you wanted to jump off your roof and sail into the sky. If you pick this up and flipping through the pages, you'll be reminded of what that was like. You'll be reminded of that feeling that you had as a kid when you imagined that you could be Superman. And it'll be awesome. So go there today, take your friends, take your kids, take your grandkids, I don't care. But have that experience and share that experience today, because it's Superman's birthday. And I think that it's what Superman would want on his birthday. So, happy birthday, Superman! You've never looked better at 80 years old, and congratulations on reaching 1,000 issues of Action Comics. I'm Steve Heumann. We are Geek.